Everybody, Jason Burmis here, and transhumanism is pushing forward at a rapid pace, whether you realize it or not. And COVID-1984, in my opinion, has accelerated the agenda for an automation nation where you are pushed into this narrative that you could digitally live forever, God doesn't exist, families aren't important anymore, and that you can upload your consciousness and be anything you want. Not transgender, but transhuman. It will go far beyond the ability of you to say that you are a man, a woman, fluid, non-binary. You name it, you can be it. That's what transhumanism is. Now, it creeps in and it crawls in through other ways. And, Elon Musk will tell you, and in my opinion, try to deceive you to tell you that you are somehow a cyborg if you're using your phone. It's just not attached to you yet. Now, I'll tell you right now, technology is a double-edged sword. It can be used to empower humanity. It can be used to enslave humanity. There are plenty of people that through science and technology, a pacemaker, a great example of something that technically does make you a cyborg. I was talking about brain chips over a decade ago that were wired in order for people to be able to see again in a different manner. Now, with Neuralink being pushed and us doing videos on that at a robot kiosk, again, automation nation, this isn't going to be surgery done by a human. No, a robot's going to do the surgery, and they're going to put a chip in your head. Now, this is not science fiction. This is what's being now pushed to humanity in 2021. And really before that, we've been prepped for it for years and years and years, decades and decades and decades through popular media, through not only television shows and movies, but books, and really through the military-industrial complex to push what they have done behind closed doors, and yes, in the actual underground bases, via chimeras, nanotechnology, propulsion systems that we could only dream of and imagine. And while that's been suppressed, they've pushed this idea again, humans bad, machines good. And I'm going to focus in on two different stories here, which are, you think it's beyond the pale, but it's really not. And two different companies. But again, anything in big tech, whether it's Microsoft or Facebook, okay? And we're going to be talking about those two in particular. Or it's Twitter or it's Google. You're literally talking about companies that are arm in arm with the military. Even back in the day, before everybody had the magic spy box everywhere and they were giving it to children, when they were doing Kinect on the Xbox 360 and launching that, there were military applications then. I did stories on it then. Okay? Automated voice recognition, right? They call it also automated content recognition or automated video recognition. I've done many, many stories on that. That's how all those ads come up. And we're going to talk about how now they're looking to literally read your mind. It's funny because I was doing a video with Riz Flex after the Capitol, and she swears up and down that she didn't say this thing, that somehow they read her mind, and I scoffed at her. And then I read this story from a month ago that we're going to go over. And Facebook in a leaked phone call is actually talking about Minority Report style advertising of reading your mind. We're going to go over it all here. I do want to remind everybody, we're fully demonetized on the YouTube platform. If you're watching this live and free on Rokfin, thank you so much for coming over and supporting me. Almost 10,000 followers. If you have a premium account, even better. We normally do it at 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'm a little late today. You know, I got to tell you, this stuff wears on you. You know, I only did 2 videos yesterday, but even sitting there doing like a half an hour with the inauguration stuff, oh, it hurt. It hurt. And I did an interview with Global Research, who have done great work for years later on in the day. I'm pretty sure you can find that over at their site with their weekly podcast sometime today. So Global Research, another great website. But you can support me over here. Links down below in the GoFundMe. Make sure you are checking out all the documentary films for free. Loose Change Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, New World Order, Define and Shade the Motion Picture. Thumbs up, subscribe, and share if you're watching the replay on YouTube. Okay, and make sure you're a member of the Burmese Brigade. We continue to grow despite the massive amount of censorship, despite the demonetization, and despite the fact that we don't have any strikes. We're not Strikesy McGee. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing things wrong. They catch me with a copyright strike every once in a while when I'm outside doing interviews and they're playing Celine Dion in the background. But it's not a strike. You know, they get you and they're like, oh, well, someone else is going to monetize your content. Well, good for them. I certainly can't. Rokfin. We do it Monday through Friday, exclusively live over here. And then sometimes we post the video. Sometimes we chop it up. Sometimes we throw it on YouTube. Sometimes we don't. We have backed it all up over at Odyssey. Yes, Odyssey.com, and we'll do it live. / I believe InfoWarrior gets you there. Did it work? No. Oh, no. How do you do it? Do I need something in between? See, this is what I know. It is. Oh, you got to have the @ symbol. So at InfoWarrior. So this is backing it all up. Even if they do deplatform me, at least we have all the videos. All right. So first things first, transhumanism. After you die, Microsoft wants to resurrect you as a chatbot. Isn't that lovely? You're a chatbot. Yeah. Awesome. Isn't that going to be cool? After Granddad's gone, we can actually still talk to him. Mom, Dad, our brother, our sister. Straight out of Black Mirror. But again, they claim that they're going to have so much information on you, they'll be able to build and so many of your conversations, a lifelike chatbot. No one knows where we go when we die. Microsoft might have some ideas. Last month, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office granted a patent to Microsoft that outlines a process to create a conversational chatbot of a specific person using their social data. In an eerie twist, the patent says the chatbot could potentially be inspired by friends or family members who are deceased, which is almost a direct plot of a popular episode of Netflix Black Mirror. In that episode, Be Right Back, and I've seen it, a woman named Martha is upset that her partner Ash dies in a car accident on the day they were supposed to move in with each other. It turns out one of Martha's friends has signed her up for a service that will let her communicate with Ash through text messages. You know what? It only gets darker from there. But this is that idea that your consciousness can leave your physical body and not go where nature intended it to if it goes anywhere at all, right? Now, I am agnostic at best. I do not like to preach religion anywhere, but I do believe that good and evil exist. I do believe whatever happens is probably something that, at least in this reality, in this dimension, we can't grasp or understand. I don't think when it's all over, I wake up and I'm somehow in whatever, physical body I was when it happened is even a thing. But I have no idea. But I'll tell you this, I don't believe that big tech is going to keep me alive. Kurzweil and all of his "you're never going to die" bullshit and "you're going to merge with machines" bullshit is highly problematic to me. Highly problematic. And Elon Musk saying we must merge with AI after warning about it. Yeah, okay. So guys, here we go. Here's the other story that I wanted to get to here. It's out of the Independent. And again, I missed this one. This one was about a month ago. Facebook reveals plan for mind-reading device in leaked audio recording. Facebook wants to read your mind. Wow. Facebook has revealed more details about its secretive plans to release a mind-reading device, telling employees in a private meeting on Tuesday how it will work. In an audio recording of the meeting obtained by BuzzFeed News, Facebook's chief technology officer, Mike Schroepfer, explained how a neural sensor would translate people's thoughts into computer commands, such as typing or holding a virtual object in a video game. We all get the privilege of seeing the future because we are making it, he said. Now, there have been other devices, again, like this around for a decade. These bands they would put over your mind or over your brain, supposedly reading your brain waves, and through thoughts you could do basic commands. But here's big tech rolling it out and getting you ready. Mr. Schroepfer also said the firm's public perception when it came to issues like privacy would need to be addressed before releasing any such product. Oh, I'm sure they're real concerned with that. We have to build responsibly to earn the trust and the right to continue to grow. It's imperative that we get this right so that people around the world get all these amazing technologies without experiencing the downsides. It's just not a possibility. It's just not a possibility. That's the big joke. These technologies will ultimately be exploited, right? They will be used against the populace just like every single one of these technologies has in the past. And you want to live Minority Report style? Okay, I don't. You want to live in some dystopic nightmare where not only are they pulling websites now, that people are being fired. Curt Schilling had his insurance cut because he tweeted supporting the people on Capitol Hill. The term domestic terror is being thrown around like a groupie's underpants at a Motley Crue concert in the 80s. And that's what we want. That's going to be the transhumanist society we want to build? Weird. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. So, guys, I know this was a short one, but I do thank you for coming over to Rokfin and checking it out. And if you haven't, go make that free account, okay? And join us 5 days a week over at the Rokfin. We got more coming up over at YouTube later on today. And I love you guys. I'll see you on the flip side.